I am reborn anew as my true former self. A B.A.P trash can. Hey guys, I don't watch comeback showcases. It's not something that I used to do before those demons created that damn B.A.P and just decided that all of my time needed to be dedicated to these idols, at least on my free time. So last night at 2 in the morning, I was on my bed sobbing, just so damn happy to see B.A.P back on stage. I literally teared up at the weirdest moments. I teared up at the end of Excuse Me. I have no clue why. It was just them singing and the crowd singing back, and then the encore, of course. I cried during With You. I also turned it off when they decided they were going to play the video in full, because I was like, nope, 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 you're not going to get me. I was like, nope, I'm going to wait approximately 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Came back, the video was still on, had to go back away. But I enjoyed watching the showcase a lot. That was a new thing for me. I never watched it. Like, thank God for the B.A.P, to be honest, because it is one of those, it's one of those things that has really, really, really unified a lot of fandoms and made you feel like, you're kind of connected even more than you already are to all these idols, despite them being forever around the world. Because when I get on the B.A.P, I see comments in Chinese, I see them in Japanese, I see them in English, I see them in French and Spanish and in Portuguese and in German. Like, everybody is just here watching these videos and being updated about them, and it's just a really good time. After I was done just wallowing in my feelings, of course I went on Tumblr and just went on a complete reblog spree. Oh man, I didn't realize how much I missed B.A.P. And I'm talking a lot, I'm sorry, but even though my camera does not have any battery, oh my god. I spent like an hour and a half getting ready, as you can see. Yes, I know, I went full beat for this because I just knew I needed to look my best. And I currently have 2 little pegs right now. So I'm going to try to get through this and maybe film another video, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Me and Daehyun have matching hair. Like, the bright crabapple couple we are. I'm very happy about that. So, pretty much my hair in general is nicely engraved into this color scheme, so I'm fine with that. I'm ready to go into the Matrix. I'm ready to take that red pill. I have missed B.A.P so much. I didn't realize how much I missed them, and now it's really, really, really setting in at the worst time when everything is happening. All the new songs are so good. I'm gonna stop talking now because my camera is gonna run out of battery, because I can talk all day about how much I love B.A.P. They were that group. Like, I've been into K-pop since I was like 14, 15 years old, but I never really got into groups majorly heavily until B.A.P, until I got into them, which was around the No Mercy era. And I was so sad that I missed the Power era, because that might be my favorite B.A.P era. It's very, very close. These rankings are very, very close. It's like Power, and then One Shot, and then Angel. They're very, very close. Like, it's that much of a smidget. The songs that I would go back to are always usually the ones in the Power era and the One Shot era, so I'm gonna stop talking now and I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna die, and it's gonna be great. And you get to watch it. beautiful, beautiful intro.
그 속에서 세상은 우리가 원하는 대로, 우리가 생각하는 대로 흘러갈 생각이 없었다. 하지만 우린 다시 손을 잡았고 6명의 두 발은 다 함께 누구도 쓰러지지 않게
I really hope I don't cry.
다시 뛸 준비가 되었다.
That'd be so whack. Don't make me cry, please.
Young, wild and free. 결국 세상은 우리들의 이야기다.
Save me. Save me. I'm gonna cry. Oh God. I don't want to get emotional because the song is tight.
젊은 날 인생은 딱 한 번뿐이니까 무작정한만 보고 계속 뛰어봐. 우리 위험하게 피어나는 정신을 태워봐. 내가 최고라고 외쳐 My way the highway. 왜 이렇게 그리켜는 고통의 카페. 다시 일어날 시간 너의 발걸음을 멈추지 마. 나는 gay 너는 gay 따윈 전부 다 get away. 나는 gay 너는
I always wanted to do that. How much did that cost to rent? My baby. That's me. Okay, that's weird. Weird? Get my head, baby. Yes! Go in, son. Don't. Oh. Yes, them suits. Bless. Bless. Back on the throne where they belong. Oh my God, I'm so biased, but honestly, B.A.P is one of those groups that their music is never, it's never bad. It's never, honestly, I'm so happy they're back. I'm so happy. You know, of course I am skeptical and I am protective and I want nothing but the best for them from here on out because they have gone through so much. But just having seen them on that stage, just having the time of their lives, so happy. And I just like, you know, during the hiatus, when there was those times where we would just get random photos on Instagram of them all together, just like eating or something, and it would just feel so like it would just make you so happy. And now we get to feel that all the time because they're back. I just nothing has changed. It feels like nothing's changed except Jungkook gets to open his mouth more and Himchan gets to open his mouth more. Yes. Everything about the small things that have changed, I'm here for. During the showcase, when I heard Jungkook, I was just like, yes, yes. Hand over some of them high notes, because we know Jungkook can handle them, and he showed us just how well he can handle them. Everybody sounded so good. Did I mention how great the new songs are? This is great. This is a great feeling. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm very happy. I'm a very happy baby right now. And there was never a doubt in my mind that they would come. Why am I getting emotional? Oh my god. Oh, let me get my life together. What was I trying to say? Why am I crying? Why am I crying? Oh my god. This is embarrassing. Like, there was never a doubt in my mind that they weren't gonna come back and give us everything that we wanted and everything that we were missing. There was never a doubt in my mind, and these are not sad tears. I'm not sad. I'm not sad. Oh man, see, crying at the weirdest times. I need a tissue. Hold on. I'm so lame. See, this is why I don't wear anything under my eyes, because I'm a big fat crybaby. Oh, what was I trying to say? There was never a doubt in my mind that they were gonna come back either way. Like, even if it wasn't with TS, even if it wasn't soon, even if it wasn't together, I knew they weren't gonna leave us hanging. They never left us hanging. Oh, I feel so lame for crying. Oh my god. Did I mess up my makeup? No, I'm fine. I feel really lame for crying. I'm sorry. There's no way to, like, explain the kind of emotion it is. Like, it's only if you know what it's like to have so much time and so much money and so much of your, what is the word I'm looking for? Not time. I can't think of the word, but like, when you're someone who is so immersed in music as I am, and someone who, you know, has met musicians before, met musicians dozens of times and had the greatest experiences, some lackluster, some just completely leaving you awestruck at the kind of person that they are and them being the person that you thought they were, and just having so much time invested in these groups. It is not something that is unique to K-pop in a way that I'm not familiar with it, because like I've said in a couple other videos, I have been, you know, music obsessed and, you know, had little boy bands here and there, girl groups that I wanted to grow up and be like from my entire life. I can't remember a time when I wasn't, you know, obsessed with some boy band member, or, you know, aspiring to be some superstar or girl group member. It's just, music has always been a huge part of my life, and getting to, like, these times where you can see a little bit more into especially Korean idols' lives, because they're so sheltered, and things that they do are so, you know, caged off, and, you know, it is standard and inorganic, and just kind of, you know, what they're trained to do and what they're supposed to do and what they're told to do. Idols having things where they can, you know, connect with their fans the way that they feel like. Them just having Instagrams was a huge thing. When idols get Twitters and stuff like that. And I remember when news first broke that they were breaking, like they were having trouble with TS. The only source we really had was Youngkook going off on Twitter, and we were also worried. And I feel like there's an element of them always knowing that we're gonna be supportive no matter what, but we're also worried. We're so worried because we care about these people. We care about what happens to them. We care about whether or not they get to live their dream the way that they want to. At least I do, and at least a lot of the people I know that love B.A.P do. It's not just, you know, it's not just some people on a screen living, you know, millions of miles away that you're never going to meet. It's deeper than that. It's not about meeting them. It's not about them acknowledging your existence. Even though B.A.P is one of those groups that definitely does try to connect with their fans, and definitely does talk to their fans and let them know what's going on as much as they can. I've never felt an inorganicness from B.A.P. I've never felt a stagnant, like, cookie cutter type of personality from any of them. I've always felt like they've always been 100% genuine and 100% them, even when they were doing things, you know, that were, you know, brought out by the company and, you know, kind of forced upon them. Knowing how much they went through and knowing how terrible this year was, to end it here, for them to literally go out of 2015 with a bang is phenomenal, and it's really good because I honestly wasn't expecting them to resolve things with TS that quickly. I was ready. I was set up at my mountaintop, my hot chocolate. I was waiting. I was like, I will come down when B.A.P comes back. Thank you. And I was ready. I was ready to sit there for years. I was ready. I feel so ugly for crying. I'm so sorry. It just, it's just this emotional connection that, you know, you will always have if you're one of these people that is like super invested in fandoms and invested in musicians especially. You have these connections with these people's music. You have these connections with these people. No matter how small interactions may be, whether it's just, you know, a thank you at the end of the album where you're like, oh, they're talking about me, even though they're addressing the entire fan base. It's there. There's a special kind of relationship that I'm really trying to think about fully. I'm trying to figure out how to talk about it without sounding like loon. Because it's not just, you know, made up fangirl hysteria and all that kind of ugly stuff that people talk about when they talk about how people connect with boy groups and girl groups and all that stuff. And, you know, the phenomenon around K-pop when, you know, the entire world has had these boy band, you know, invasions and girl group dominations all the time during the history of music. Like, it's not some, you know, it's not a bunch of weirdos, you know, just sitting around obsessed with some random person, even though, you know, every fandom has those percentages of people. But I'm just talking about in the grand scale of being a part of the K-pop fandom, being a fan of these kind of groups, period. There's a level of trust, there's a level of an actual intimate relationship that you have with these people that only you and other fans can understand. Point blank, like, it's a real thing. Like, these emotions are not just crazy hysteria. These emotions aren't tied to me wanting to marry one of them. I feel proud of this group. I feel excited to see them back. I feel just completely ecstatic to know that to a degree they are better than they were before. They are doing better than they were before, and to know that they are back where they feel like they belong, together, doing what they want to do, and doing it for themselves, and happy to share it with us. That is what I care about. That is what I care about. And I think it's a special connection that shouldn't be downplayed because it's mostly with women, because in a few, maybe 30 or so minutes, when the game starts, my parents are going to be screaming and crying as one of their, you know, players runs down the field with the little egg. I don't watch sports, but I'm saying it's a parallel that needs to be drawn, because same kind of hysteria. We can talk all day about the ableism people do, and they talk about girls and their boy groups, but whatever. Let's wrap this up. I've talked enough. I obviously love B.A.P. I'm so glad they're back. It's just good feeling. It's a complicated feeling, but it's overall just complete and utter good. Chaotic good is what I'm feeling right now. Alright, that's all for this reaction. There wasn't any tea in my cup, it was just water. Yeah. There wasn't any tea because one, I didn't want to burp, and then two, I was like, this video is gonna be fire, and I don't need, you know, a bunch of sticks and leaves and honey in my way of getting hydrated. I put it in this big mug because aesthetic. So I'm just going to scream and cry and buy this and buy a physical copy, which is something that I don't usually do. But, you know, having a job and having disposable income, suddenly you're willing to pay $25 for shipping. The things we do. The things we do. God help us all, B.A.P is back to take over the world. And I'm just looking forward to everything they get to do and everything they're going to do. Babies around the world, we need a group hug. This is a good time. I'm gonna leave now. That's all for this reaction. Like, comment, subscribe, all that other regular YouTuber stuff I rarely ever remember to say. I'm so sorry I cried. I'm sorry, that was probably super awkward. Hopefully I cut out most of it. Bye guys.